Hello friends! Some of you have been asking me how I plan my lessons, so today I'm just going to show you a little bit of how I do it and what works for me. I have this printout, it says weekly planner, and so for these next couple of weeks I'm going to be teaching Joshua Diego about Pete the cat, so that's going to be our theme. One thing that works for him, if you engage him in whatever he's liking that week. So right now we're all about Pete the cat. So I am going to pick some books. So I have books, alphabet, math, Bible, art, craft, game, sensory play, and then at the bottom, notes. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to look for some books for him. I have lots of children's books. So I will look here. This is where I have some of the Pete the cat books. So Pete the cat, I love my white shoes, and probably Pete the cat and his four groovy buttons. So I'll put those here. Then I'm going to move to this side. I want to see what I have up here for Bible. I have other manipulatives here. I have Safari LTD tubes. I have some plush toys here that I use with him. And then this area here, I have some of my Bible books, Bible stories and devotionals. So this week, I am going to be using this book, My Grandma and Me. It has devotionals and it has little prayers. So I'm going to use this with him. And I'm also using this book. This book is called When You Have Love. This was actually written by my friend Kira Sienes Corona, and it's about the fruit of the Spirit. So it starts with love and what are some ways that we can show love to others. So I am going to be using this book too. So these two books, I'm going to go ahead and put them down in a little bit with the other books. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to look. I have lots of mini erasers here, so I am going to be using my Pete the cat mini erasers. So I'll put those out. Down here I have nonfiction books for him. I have like ants and bears and owls and such. So I'll look here to see if I have anything on cats, and then I'll pull that out. Then in a little bit I'll come with a basket and I'll collect all the things that I pulled out. So on this side of the room, I have lots of manipulatives. So I would come here, I would look to see what I can use with Joshua Diego this week. So for math, I'm going to be working on a number line with him. So I'm probably going to use some Legos, some of the little Legos, maybe some of the Duplo Legos. I'm also going to be using probably some of the buttons. I have several types of buttons here. I'm also going to be using some of these animal counters. There's some cats in here, so I'll take those out. And so I would be writing all of this down as to what I think I may be using this week. Maybe some of these word tiles that I have here, I can use some of these with him. Maybe some of my magnetic letters. And then down here I have books for tracing. I will pick one book for him that he's going to be using. We're going to be tracing. I am going to be using this Hot Dots Junior because it's Pete the cat and he's really liking these, so I will use this week. I'm also probably going to use Play-Doh. So I will come here and find a cookie cutter that I can use for the week. Now for art, I have a box where I have several things that I use with him. These I pick up when they're on clearance, but I know that I have this cat and it comes with a little paint and a little paintbrush. So I'll pull this out, and this is what we're going to do for art for this week. So then after I do this, I come around with a basket and then I start collecting all the things that I'm going to use for the week. So this is the basket I bring. I already have the books that I'm going to be using, the little picture that we're going to paint. I have the little mini erasers. I'm going to go ahead and get some buttons and whatever else I'm going to use, and I would put this in the basket, and then I will take this, sit down, and plan the lessons. I'm at Dollar Tree and I found this great assortment of flashcards. They have all kinds, but today I'm going to be picking up this Pete the Cat flashcards, alphabet cards, so I will be working with these cards for some of our activities. I am also going to be picking up a package of this Pete the Cat stickers. There's 135 stickers. So I'll pick up these two things today. These are the activities I have set out for Joshua Diego for this week. I have all his books that we're going to be reading. I did find this one at the library. This is the Everything Book of Cats. Really like this book. Nonfiction. It has a lot of cat facts, like cats sleep for up to 18 hours a day and they dream just like humans do. So we will be reading from this book. We're also going to be working on this activity. I put together this for Joshua Diego. This is an oats container. I hot glued some buttons here, cut some slits over here, and I intentionally made the cuts to go this way and then this way. So when he's working with this, he is turning his little wrist. The buttons can go this way or this way. So that is good exercise for him as he's trying to put the buttons in and turning his little wrist. I have this sensory bin that I put together for him. It has some color rice, these shoes, super cute. I found those on Amazon. I use buttons, color rice. I color some lima beans. I have something that he's going to be scooping the rice with. I will use some little containers as well so that he'll be able to put some of the rice in the containers. I'm including the little lids. I'm also going to be working on sewing some buttons. I'm going to set this for him. These are some little bags that we had. So he's going to be using the little needle and he's going to be sewing some buttons. I put together this number line for him. He's going to work with that. We're using Legos, the big Legos and the small Legos. I'll show you how we're going to work with this in a little bit. I found stickers at the dollar store. So I made some, like I put them on construction paper and then I just cut them, use some of them for his sensory bin. We're also going to be working on his primary journal. So I printed Pete the Cat here for him. I have this picture that I downloaded. I'm going to give him a glue stick. He's going to glue that here. He's going to write Pete the Cat on the lines. He's also going to use some of the stickers and just have lots of fun with his primary journal. I have the picture that he's going to be painting for art. I have the cards that I found at the dollar store. We're going to be working with those. I'm using some objects so he can do a beginning letter sound activity, like match the apple with the letter A, Batman with the letter B, and so on. The next day, I'm using magnetic letters, and we'll use that as well. I have some Play-Doh for him. He's going to be working with that. So this is some of the things that he will be working on this week.
I do a big bunch of a big thing right now. Bye bye.
Do a little one.
I'm doing a big one first.
I put this together for Joshua Diego. It's a picture from the internet. I put some Velcro dots and I put some buttons here. And what we do with this, I let him listen to the story of Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. And he just loves to do this. You all just taking the buttons off and counting. I'm going to show you a video clip. He was about a year old. And he really has loved this Pete the Cat story for the longest time. So you can do something like this with your little one. I cannot share this. This Pete the Cat picture is not mine to share. But you can download a picture and then do something like this for your little one.
Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful,
We have 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4.
groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away.
It popped off. Can you take it
How
off?
many buttons are left?
3.
4 minus 1 equals 3. Did Pete cry?
Did he cry? Goodness, no.
Buttons come
and buttons go.
He kept on
Singing his song.
My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons. Oh no!
Another one.
Another button popped off and rolled away.
He popped up.
How many
Take it out.
buttons are left?
Take 2.
3 minus
1,
1 equals 2. Did Pete cry?
Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go.
He kept
On
on
singing his song.
My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Oh no!
Oh no.
Another button popped off and rolled away.
I put together this number line for Joshua Diego. A number line is a great math teaching tool because your little one can see the numbers. They can see that the numbers are in order. They start with the smallest numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is one of the things I'm going to be using this week. I have this numbers, and I put this in green because we're going to start with 0 and then we're going to jump 2. So we're looking at our number line using this manipulative. It's a little cat. We're starting at 0 and we're going to jump 2. 1, 2. So now we're at number 2. And then we would turn the little card over. These are not in any order. I do like to start with 0. 0 is a number and we need to teach that to the little one. So I like to start with 0. Then we can move on to 1, 2, or whatever. So again, we're going to start at 0. Now we're going to jump 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also use some Legos. If you have Legos, you can do that. I numbered mine from 0 to 10. I'm using this little guy, and same thing. We're using the little guy, and we're going to just jump however many our little card says. So it says start at 0, jump 4, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can use the Legos. We can use the smaller Legos if you have those. These are the small Legos, so I'm using those. I'm using this little guy. Another thing that you can do is if you have a cookie sheet, I put together this number line for Joshua. I have some painter's tape, and then I use another kind of tape here, and we're going to be working with this number line. Same thing, start at 0. These I put some little magnets so he can pick what he wants to work with. Let's say if he wants to use with a little cat, he's gonna start at 0 and he's going to jump 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I printed this little pizza cat and put a little magnet so he can use that if he wants. Start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, with Joshua Diego, I'm going to start doing a little bit of addition, and you can do that with, the magnetic numbers. So let's say we're gonna start at 1. We already are at 1, and we're going to jump 4. So we're at 1, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're at 5 because 1 plus 4, I'm going to put the plus sign, 4 equals 5. So we started at 1 and we jumped 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 plus 4 equals 5. So this is what we're going to be working on this week. This is a free printable. I'll go ahead and link it below. One, go. Jump 3. 1, 2, 3. What number is that?
4.
4. Okay. Start on 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, leave it right there. 7.
7.
And go. Start on 3. Put them on 3. And jump 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on 7. Start at 1. Jump 5. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Put him there. Yeah. 1 plus 5 is 6. Good job. 2. And jump 2. 1, 2. He's going to be on 4. Go ahead and put him down. Good job.
Thank you. Let's do it.
you enjoyed the activities and ideas I had for you today. I hope that you will be blessed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.